Hey, Railbirds! Welcome to the 2025 Super Billiards Expo. We have the Diamond Open Pro Players Championship. We got a good match for you guys here. Skyler Woodward versus Kledio Kaci, the younger brother of Eklund. This is an A-side match. It's going to be a good one. I'm being joined in the booth by the Duchess of Doom, Allison Fisher, member of the Order of the British Empire. I just love saying that. How you doing, Allison? Thanks for joining us today.
I'm great. Thank you for having me, Kevin. This is going to be a cracker of a match, isn't it?
It is. So we are playing a race to 10. This is alternate break, rack your own, breaking from the break box, racking with a 9 on the spot. We lagged for break. Kledio won the lag. He will be breaking.
I'm really excited to see him play. I've heard a lot about him. His big brother, Eklund, told me about him years ago when I was doing some commentary for Matchroom in Gibraltar, and he said my brother is much better than me. He's a snooker player, so he obviously had aspirations to be a snooker player and has transitioned into playing pool. So let's see how he plays.
Yeah, he's 18 years old this year, and he's already over 800 Fargo. That's amazing.
So young. As we can see, we were looking at yesterday, a lot of these top players making that one ball in the side pocket, and you see the two balls travelled down table. The 3 ball is caught up with the 5 ball there.
Yeah, this is not ideal, but actually, if he can get this 2 ball down and get the cue ball to that left side of the table, that 3 does go to the bottom right. It's not easy at all, but it is a possibility.
No. Yeah, he's walking there having a look right now. You'll have to put plenty of spin on the ball, but it's tricky. Not an easy starter.
Not at all.
He's just looking at the end rail there, seeing how much room he has to manoeuvre. Because obviously the cue ball is going to come off at quite an angle, off of that 2 ball.
Yeah, he might not even take a swing at this. He may play safe off of this. We just overcut the 2 and bring this cue ball down table here.
I think so. I think that's not a bad play. You've got choices, really. You can also send the 2 down. It's just a funky little shot to start with, isn't it? It's neither here nor there. It's nothing very clear.
Right, yeah, it's a pretty tricky one for your first shot of the match. You're hoping for something a little easier than this to start with.
Right. Well, the good thing is after the break, you do have that 60-second clock usually. We're not on a clock here, are we? But generally there's a little bit more time.
Yeah, that is correct. We are not playing with the shot clock. Okay, and he is opting for the safety. We didn't want to hit that 8.
Well, I will say with a safety shot, most important thing, if you're trying to control 2 balls, often you're going to fail. So it's very important you get one of those balls definitely safe, which you did with the 2 ball. But obviously didn't want that kiss on the 8 ball.
Oh,
Going to get to see how the tables are running today. I think there's a little window there of opportunity.
this is exactly the kind of shot that Earl used to practice for hours. Just jack up on this cue ball, fire that 2 in, zing, draw that cue ball all the way back. He used to love this shot.
I remember watching him practice that. Before a match, he would set that up in the corner pockets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow, that's a hell of a shot to just practice before you go out there. I don't think I've ever seen anyone else do that just to warm up.
Earl does a lot of things that nobody else does.
True.
Could he go rail first on this too and swing the cue ball 3 rails around for the 3?
Well, it's quite a bit off the rail. It's makeable, but it's controlling the cue ball.
Oh, nice stroke on that.
That was a lot of cue power there. That was a really nice shot. Looks like he might have a good safety here. Can he roll that 3 into behind the 5 there? 3 against the rail. I'm not sure if there's room for just a stop shot either.
Yeah, I can't tell how close that 3 is to that ball that's next to it. If he can shoot it past it or if they're like nearly frozen together.
Yeah, that's nice. Has he tied up the 7 ball there?
I think so. Alright, so okay, Sky going with the jump cue. I thought he might kick at this.
Yeah.
Well, 7's not
well,
tied up
he's
anymore.
Opened it up. Exactly. Not what he
Yeah.
wanted there.
So the last thing you want to do is open up the treble balls and give your opponent ball in hand at the same time. That's kind of worst case scenario.
Right.
Maybe the saving grace is the 8 and 9 are both on that same rail over there. That might slow him down a little.
Yes. You might use this now to open it up.
He doesn't seem
Was
too
an
concerned
option.
with it.
Yeah.
It's like target practice for that gap between the 8 and 9. How many times can I hit the cue ball in
Yeah.
that gap?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen Kledio play either, so this is my first time seeing him play.
Yeah.
Looks like this young man can shoot.
Yeah, it's very straightforward, isn't it? There's not really any hesitation. Let's see how he's going to navigate this. Just come up through the centre there and 2 rail the 8, I wonder. Oh, he might be looking at bumping into the 9.
Oh
Dangerous,
no, no.
Yeah, that was very dangerous.
Wow.
It's something he didn't need to do there.
So that might be inexperience. So he has the shot making firepower, but maybe not, the wisdom to go with it.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice.
All right, looks like he's going to jump this, or at least attempt to jump.
Not ideal, but not ideal. Let's get to see how good he is with the jump cue now. See, the thing about playing that shot that he did is if you're going to play that shot, make sure you've got enough speed that you wanted to move the 9 rather than play perfect position, because then he would have come out off the rail and had a shot at least. You know, use the 9 as the stopper, and if you miss it, play it with enough energy that you're out of there, out of that trouble spot.
Here we go. Okay, good hit. Is he going to get lucky? No, he is not.
No. The other thing we get to view of him at 18 years old is his attitude as well. We're going to get a lot of that in this match just to see how he is, if he remains composed or, you know, gets disappointed easily. You certainly can't afford to give Sky these chances.
All right. Skyler taking advantage of that slight misstep by Kledio. 1-0.
And alternating break, so it's Skyler to break. He's been having some back issues, hasn't he, or neck issues recently. He's been putting on social media. Same as Fedor. Fedor's been having that too.
I think I heard Federer's like had back issues like a good deal of his life. I think that he's always exercising to try to stretch it and keep it in shape.
Yeah, well, the amount of playing on the road now, and you know how often they're away, it's tough, isn't it? You've got to keep fit, you've got to keep exercise. It's a completely different game, I think, nowadays, with the travel schedule, it being worldwide. Well, that's a nice break. Look, he's landed on the 2 ball there. I think the 3 goes through that gap, so his problem is the 4 ball here. So he looked like he was looking at playing a 3 into the side pocket there, didn't he? So he could break up the 4 ball. Wants to slow down a little bit. Might be a bit too straight, I'm not really sure. But it might give him an option of a good safety if he is too straight.
Yeah, and I think that's what he's looking at. Came too far for the breakout, so plan B, play the safety.
Yes. Did he come back far enough to where he wanted to be? Because it's a very touchy shot, that soft draw, isn't it?
Yeah, if he was trying to play position where he could just 3-rail the 4 out of there, he may have come up short for that. It's hard to tell.
But it doesn't matter because of where the 7 is. Oh, has he hit it hard enough?
I think he's left an alleyway.
Yeah, he didn't quite come back, about an inch or 2 short of that draw shot there to make it the perfect safety. So he has left a little edge with Kledio. He's looking through 18-year-old eyes here. We think there's an edge, don't we, Kevin? We think there's an edge.
Yeah, I have to aim for the edge that's in the middle because, yeah, I don't have those 18-year-old eyes anymore.
I'm with you there.
Wow,
Wow.
that's thin.
That was thin. I think he just caught the rail first, didn't he?
thin that is.
Yeah.
Super
Just
thin.
caught the rail first.
Yeah. Well, the 7 got a rail, so it's a good hit regardless. But wow, that was a thin hit.
Yeah.
Those 18-year-old eyes.
Exactly. Maybe we should have a thin hit contest. Instead of a shootout with a 10 off a spot.
Yeah, the person who moves the ball the least is the winner.
Yes, there you go.
I
It's
forfeit.
for the under 20s. Under 20s. Well, he had a crack at the bank shot. That's about all you could do there, really.
Yeah, got a good hit. Unfortunately, leaves a pretty nice layout here for Kledio. So, both of these players waste no time at the table. So, this shouldn't be a very slow-paced match.
No, I was just talking about him being a former snooker player. He probably still plays snooker for all I know, but that's quite quick for a snooker player too, though. Looking at his speed.
Yeah, unless your nickname is the Rocket.
Exactly. But there's only one of the rocket.
All right. Younger Kaci ties it up 1 apiece, and it's going to be his break.
If you want to look up the live brackets or the results so far, you can go to digitalpool.com, and his big brother, Kaci, is leading Shane Walford 6-4 right now. A match we were watching yesterday was Jesus Atencio. He's leading Lucas Fracasso Werner 6-5.
How fun would it be to have Kaci versus Kaci in the finals?
I know, wouldn't that be something?
And you know there's no way they're splitting. They're playing for it.
I was thinking about that earlier. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it, to have those two in a final of a world championship or something like that. Even it'd be great if it was here, the first WNT event that they'd be in the final of. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? But we wouldn't get to commentate that, would we, Kevin?
No, we would not, unfortunately. But there are some other strong players in this tournament that might have a say about them getting to the finals. Feder Gorst for one.
Yes.
Jason Shaw for another.
Yeah. Jason is the defending champion, isn't he, of this event?
Oof.
Well, he has the option to push out here. Or he might thin off the edge of it. That's a tricky shot though, isn't it? He's looking at where to push out if he does push out. No, he's going for it. call it too thick. Well, I think Sky's going to make him pay for that one. I think he can get through to make that one ball in the corner pocket.
Yeah, I think he does have a little bit of a... I think you can see just enough of this one.
Yeah.
And yeah, Jason Shaw is the defending champion. He beat your good friend Pius Labutis in the finals.
Oh, nice. I love to watch Jason play too. What a great shot maker.
Yeah, he's fun to watch.
He really is. Such a fluid player, you know, he's eagle eye. So the 3 to 4 is the issue here, isn't it? Do you know if Skyler ever played with the carbon fibre shaft? I'm not sure that he did.
Not that I remember. I mean, I don't recall ever seeing him. I mean, I'm sure he has. Like, I'm sure he's experimented with it.
Yes, definitely.
I don't ever remember seeing him like play a tournament with one, but
Right.
that doesn't mean he hasn't.
No, a good old traditionalist.
Skyler evaluating all the options. 4 in the upper corner, 4-9 combo in the side. Let's see what he decides. 4-7 combo to the other corner.
Safety.
Or safety. It's got all the options. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, he's left it. It would be hard to get a good safety here.
Yeah, getting a good hit is not the difficulty. It's not leaving a shot.
Right.
That's the hard part.
Yeah. He was looking at 3 railer there, but 2 rails. It's an easier hit, makes the target bigger.
Yeah, I know kicking 3 rails behind this, you know, like sending the 5 towards that right side pocket, that was always like a Karen Core favorite. She used to shoot that all the time. At least every time I watched her, she was always kicking 3 rails.
Yeah. It's a good choice, the 3 rail kick in that particular shot, because of where the 4 was nearer to the rail. I think he wanted to come back a little bit further there, didn't he?
Yeah, he would have liked to got a little more out of that. He's going to have to work a little harder now. Oh, how's his speed?
That was really nice. Really nice shot. What was really nice about that was his line. He had a little bit of inside English, but the line of the cue ball was excellent. Coming off that end rail. I remember when he was a little kid and I was at the BCA event and he just wanted to play. He didn't like the bar box tables. He was just playing everyone on them. He was probably about 7 years old. What a player he's become over the years.
7 years old and spotting everyone, probably.
Probably, yeah. He was trying to hustle me, I think.
Hey, miss, do you gamble?
Yeah. That was a nice sound.
Very nicely done. All right, well, Fargo promised a close match, and we're getting a close match. Let's hope it keeps up.
Let's see if he gets that shot on the 2 on the break again. Remember, he made the 1 in the side and then got the shot on the 2 into the corner. Because we've seen a lot of making the 1 in the side. We haven't seen a lot of shots after that, have we?
Yeah, I don't. Have we seen a break and run yet?
No,
I don't think so. I'm sure they're coming. We just all depends on the break.
For sure. Let's just watch this 2 ball.
Okay, 1 ball straight in. Okay.
Oh. Well, he's got a shot. He's got options, really, isn't he? Here, he's got lots of choice. It really, you know, with this new racking and the way that they're breaking, having to break from the box, really gives a lot of variety, doesn't it, to the table after, the way the ball's spread.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. It brings some randomness back into the game of 9-ball, so it's not just make the corner ball, play position on the 1, run out. It brings a lot more randomness into the game, which is nice. Brings a lot of variety,
especially if you're commentating too. Never the same.
Yeah, a lot more strategy involved because of all the extra randomness that's been introduced. So it's a good thing, I think.
Yeah.
It hasn't ruined the spirit of 9-ball. The spirit of the game is still there.
It's made it more challenging, and it makes players good in every aspect. Wow, I think he'll take that. I think, not sure if Sky can get by that 3. Is he on the 3 ball?
It sure looks like they're frozen together, but the question is, can he still see the 2 or not? That's a tough one.
Well, if he can, he's got a decent safety back, but Kledio got away with that a little bit there for a hit it as hard as you can shot.
Everyone in the room is watching the 3-ball, so there'll be no getting away with the foul there. Everyone's watching it.
No. Yeah.
All right.
That's a nice save, because even if he jumps, he's got to get over that 5 as well, the 9 and the 5. And it's easier to jump on a diamond table because the slate is thicker. So you have to sort of take a little bit off of it compared to other tables.
Yeah, that works in my disadvantage because I play on diamonds most of the time. When I try to jump a ball on another table, it just doesn't come out the same.
That was a really nice jump there. Very controlled. Good speed on the 2 ball. And nicely controlled on the cue ball.
Yep. Kledio, he did his job. Made a good hit and didn't leave anything easy for Skyler, so well done.
Yeah, it's not really easy safeties here.
No, it is not. What do you do here?
It's almost, you could go for it, you could go and let the cue ball run. There you go, look, you did it. Because it was an easy way to get up for the 3 ball. It was a very natural path. There was no harm done, sort of thing, because he didn't have any other shot. And if it's a 50-50, go for it.
And that's exactly what Sky chose to do. He didn't make the ball, but he hasn't left anything too easy for Kledio either.
Is he looking at banking it, which would obviously hold up for the 3 and break the 8 and 4 up? We know if Bucky was here, he'd bank it.
Yeah, he never saw a bank shot he didn't like.
We watched Bucky versus Earl Strickland last night, and I think he made every bank that he went for. And there were a lot of them.
Oh, nice
there we go,
bank,
nice shot.
nice breakout. Little unfortunate with the leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little unfortunate to not come away with a shot there, because that was such a nice shot. Nice bank, nice breakout.
Yeah. Good choice.
There was a lot going on in that shot.
Yeah.
All right, what's the shot here, Allison?
It's just what I'm looking at, because if he cuts it, he's going to bump the 7, which if he bumped the right-hand side of it wouldn't be a problem. If he catches it thin, and he can run around for the 4. So it looks like he might be doing that. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he missed the 3. So he used the 7 there to run around, but it didn't really pay off.
Yeah, did he tie
so
that 4 ball?
Sky... Well, that's why he's got an angle on the 3 to bump into the 7 possibly here, or break these balls apart. But he's looking to see if the 4 goes down into the corner. I'm not sure that it does, but we'll see by the shot he plays. Maybe he's looking at a safety now. Wanted to be a little closer to the rail, I think, with the cue ball there, maybe. Don't leave it by the pocket. I was going to be amazed then if he just shot that, without looking over at the other side.
Right, I was like, is he just
like,
gonna?
Yeah. It looked like he was going to do that, didn't he? Just swerve it down.
Yeah, without thinking twice about it, just get up there and just swing at it. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
And he was just examining, measuring, thinking about it.
And he has gone back to that shot. Because there's a chance of coming off the right side of it and getting a safety out of this. If he could clip the 4 on the right side as we're looking at it, the cue ball can fly over to, the 6 and 9 area, and the 4 ball just stand on that left side rail. I played the inside of it. I thought he was going to go the other way. Maybe it was misjudged. Well, he's given Sky a chance, but the 6 ball, he's got to either break it up now to 6-9 with some spin, or gets on the 5 in such a way as to bump the 6 out.
Man, do you think he's...
I don't think there's a carom there, is there?
Did he go just a smidge too far? Is he straight in?
I'm not sure. He might be okay. Let's just... You can only tell by the way how quick people get down and how they see it. You might be able to force it a little bit.
Yeah, he was pretty straight. He had to force that. Not really the outcome he was looking for.
Safety. Yeah, I think he's looking at going It looks like he was looking at a 3-rail round the back of the 7. Let's see. The most important thing is get that 6 safe. There we go. 1, 2.
Oh, almost.
Oh, so close, so close. It's pretty when that happens. When you see shots like that, I really enjoy a good safety shot.
Yeah, he would have been
Now,
in jail.
has he left? This is actually a good bank as well. There's options here, isn't there? He's coming to see if he can go behind it, if he can cut it, if he can bank it. What all the options are. It's good to walk around and have a look from different points of view. Safety, just got to make your decisions here. The bank's looking a bit tempting, isn't it?
Yeah, there's not really an easy safety except maybe thinning off the right side of the 6 as we're looking, sending the cue ball back to about where it is now.
Or just sending a 6 straight up and using the 9 as a blocker, you know. A lot of inside English. See,
Exactly.
Looks like he's put some right spin. So there are options. It's really what you favour shooting. Shots like this aren't right and wrong. I think they're just what you prefer to do.
Yeah, what are you more comfortable shooting? You know, someone who's really good at bank shots might think this looks like a pretty easy bank and they'll shoot at it. Someone who's terrible at banks has no business shooting at the bank shot. So, yeah, it really does depend.
I think this is, if this was Bucky, Billy Thorpe or Sky, they'd probably bank it. Do you like the way I throw Bucky in there?
He'll be very pleased to know he's included with the likes of Sky Woodward and Billy Thorpe.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of inside English there. Nice speed control. Didn't quite get it where he wanted, but really nice choice, I think.
Nice speed. So even though Sky can see this ball and he could cut it in, it's a really tough shot. Super tough.
You can go rail first and cut the ball and bring the cue ball back down, so the 6 ball flicks against the rail and it back into the rail again. Flicks against the side rail and back rail. Oh, double kiss. He was just going to try and float it down behind the 8 ball there, wasn't he? 2 rails, I think.
Yeah, but it's not gone according to plan. Hasn't left anything easy for Kledio, though, so still got some work to do. So, kind of got away with a little bit. I only say kind of because... Yeah, I only say kind of because Kledio's very capable of making this ball and getting shape on the 7.
Yeah, if that 9 ball wasn't in the position it was in, I think he would just get down and make it in this top left pocket, as we're looking at it. Oh, he missed that by quite a bit, didn't he? It's almost a bit non-committal there, I think. I think it's because the 9 ball was in his vision. He could see him, the cue ball hitting that. I have to say, I love watching Sky play those shots. Very rarely, I don't think I've ever seen him miss those cut shots down the rail.
Yeah, Skyler's just fun to watch because he always plays with such confidence. He moves around the table with purpose. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely. I like his style of play. A lot of knowledge too. I mean, these guys have been around a long time, and they're good in all the disciplines, aren't they?
Yep, Skyler's also well known as a great bankroll player, and he's becoming a pretty good one pocket player too.
Yeah.
I wonder if Kledio plays one pocket. I know one pocket's not very popular in Europe.
I don't think it's played over there at all, do you? I'm not really sure. I think straight ball's a big game over in Europe. I think it's only in America, really, unless it's taken off in other parts of the world. I'd never known it before I came over.
Yeah, I think one pocket is pretty foreign to most European players. Like at the Derby City, when they play the one pocket at Derby City, the European players, this is like the one time a year that they play one pocket.
Right. Right, let's see what Kledio's got on his break this time. Missed that one inside. Look at the 9-ball.
Got some movement on the 9. Dry break.
Yeah. Looks like Sky can see a full ball on the 1. Let's have another look at how it came up. Came up short, didn't it, on there?
That's very nice. Kind of cuts off that right side rail from the kick also. Yeah, nicely done. This is going to be a tough one to hit.
Yeah, it's a very good choice of shot. I expect him to get through the gap here. There's a nice big window.
Nice hit. Says right back at you, kid.
That's right.
Actually, Cledio's the kid here, so yeah.
Yeah, it'd be weird for him to say that, wouldn't it?
Right back at you, Gramps.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Sky is a father of 2 now, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
2 young kids. His wife Ashley at home, watching, I'm sure, tuned in. Well, he's got an angle on this, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not straight. He does have a little bit of angle. Cue ball going into the 4 ball.
He didn't hit that smooth. He came back a little quickly with the swing, didn't he? I think there, a bit jabby.
Yeah, I agree. That wasn't as smooth as we have seen previously from him.
Again, I just felt like there was a little non-committal there too. Not 100% in it in that shot.
Oh, nearly. All right, it's going to leave a Nice opportunity for Kledio. 1 to the 2 is going to be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah. It's a little tricky.
And yeah, he could go forward with a lot of left spin, come 3 rows around for the 2 in the upper right corner.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you could get enough spin on it, that'd be a really nice way to go. You know, avoid the 9-ball and travel up table. But the 4-ball's quite big here for the outside English shot. But you can always use the 4 too if you can't avoid it. Yeah, I think he was trying to just kiss off of it, the edge of it. That was a nice shot.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I think he was trying to just come off the top side of the 4 and help the cue ball up table a little.
Yeah. It's actually really nice for me to see the table from this viewpoint, because sometimes when you play the game you don't see some of the shots that you see when you're watching and commentating. I think he might have just avoided trouble, but that was a dangerous shot. Can he make it in the side pocket?
On my screen, it doesn't look like it, but yeah, it's hard to tell on camera. You really have to be at the table to be able to tell for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it the way he's taking his time here.
He could see enough of it to make it. Did he have to curve that ball to make it?
Yeah, I think he had a lot of right-hand English to straighten the ball up. I think he was hitting it thin, so he curved it a little bit, threw the ball a little bit.
Well, then that's a fantastic shot then, because that is very tough to judge.
Yeah.
Fantastic
He's
shot.
He's got to come with another good one now. He's got a slight angle on this, well, bigger angle than it probably looks. So is he just going to play plain ball straight down the centre, or is he going to force it 2 rails, or a touch of inside? Oh, inside. Put too much on it there.
Yeah, it looks like he still has a shot though, so looks like he's okay.
He does.
And maybe move that 7 into an easier spot. Actually, it was pretty easy where it was, so I don't know that it really helped or hurt.
Yeah, I just think he hit it on the thick side and the English took off.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that he hit the 7 intentionally. It's just maybe an unintended benefit that maybe it's easier now, but actually I don't think it was any easier. Same either way, I think.
Yeah, he played some nice speed on that 7 ball though, down to the 8. Nicely out.
All right. Kledio gets one back. 3-2.
Skyler to break. So he's got the advantage here. Well, he's got a few years on Kledio, isn't he, old Skyler? He's 31 years old now. A lot of experience in those last 10 years, in this last decade.
A bona fide old man.
It makes me laugh when I read on social media, "Whoa, the 30s are really difficult," and then another one and put, "Oh, wait till you get to the 40s." Like Oscar was complaining about being 40 the other day, and I'm like, "Oh no, you just wait."
I'd love to be 40 again.
Yeah, me too. I'd love to be 30 again.
I wasn't trying to be greedy.
I'm going to be greedy.
You're entitled.
Well, look at that break.
Is
Look
that
at
two
that.
Is that two going to come
Oh.
up?
He gets a really good spread, doesn't he, on the balls? It's almost like different energy.
Yeah, he just hits it really nice.
That's a sweet stroke. But not where he wants the 2-ball.
Yeah, unfortunately, that landed in that spot where you just can't shoot it in the corner, can't shoot it in the side.
Right. Anywhere but there.
Anywhere but there.
Is it a possibility to bank it in the corner? No. Sorry, I was mistaking my 9-ball then. That would have been definitely a banker. Is he looking at I might see what he comes with here. It's a good safety up and down. 2 across. No, he
Wow,
did try
he-
the bank.
Did go for the bank. Wow.
Yeah, I kind of get it because it was one of those neither here nor there, not great safe available, so why not attack? He really shortened it up a lot there though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He's left a bank on here unless he wants to play safe. It's a smart play. No need to force it if you don't have to. That was a nice hit. Is he going to catch a 6? That's what he didn't want. Didn't quite catch it right there.
Yeah, definitely not what Skyler wanted. Leave Kledio nice easy shot in this 2 to get started with. Wide open rack. Does have a little bit of angle on the 2, getting to the 3. He's got to dodge a little bit of traffic.
Yeah, this is the key shot, isn't it? Just a little bit of inside English. Oh, he's going, looks like he's going to draw across table. Just caught, well, that doesn't hurt him, does it? He caught the 5. He was trying to avoid that.
I think that does complicate things a little.
Yeah, he's just looking at where he wants to leave the cue ball. He's got a little bit of work to do with this 3-ball in order to get there.
Yeah, I think he has to go. Is he going to draw back to the rail and back out, or can he still have to go
Yes.
forward?
Yeah, the forward would be a lot of inside English. The draw is a bit more reliable on this shot, I think. Whoa, has he just got away with that? Do you think? Can he get through there? If not, I feel like he can throw it in with a little bit of spin.
Yeah, he may have to swerve that a little. Well, he's getting down like you can see it. So
Yeah, but he's putting that little bit of left on. You can see it, I think. See it on the cue, on the tip. Yeah, just curved it slightly, but he's landed a little. No, he's got an angle.
yeah, I wish I could have seen whether he was slightly hooked and he had to shoot a little bit of a trick shot there, or if he was just really straightforward and just shot it straight in. But
Oh, no, he had a left English on it. He threw it in.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, then another nice shot from Kledio.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
You can always tell by watching the cue ball as it came off the rail too. It is quite an amazing game and what you can do when you have a little bit of knowledge too. When you observe the two balls colliding, you put that little bit of spin on and it sends the ball in the opposite direction. And then you have to be exact with the speed control. Right, it's Kledio to break now, isn't it? So 3-3 and he's caught up.
Yeah, back to what you were saying. Yeah, it is quite a fascinating game, and even to expand upon what you were saying, that yeah, you can even hit a shot exactly the same way twice. Just hitting it a little bit harder or softer will drastically change things too. So there's so much to learn, so much
Yes.
variation.
Yeah. And just to give a little update, his brother Kaci is on the hill against Shane Warford. He's leading 9-6. Couple more results. We've got Ralph Suke 7-5 up against Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. David Alcade against his fellow countryman Jonas Suto 5-4. He's leading. Niels Fan 5-2 against Loho Sum. Okay, no shot on the two. Take another look. Little bounce he needed there.
Yeah, no attacking shot. He does have some safety options.
Yeah, could use that 6 ball, could split the balls. 2 ball on the left, cue ball over to the right, or he could thin off the left side of the 2 ball.
Put those
and use
18
blockers.
put
Yeah.
those 18-year-old eyes to work,
Yeah,
and that's what he's doing. Oh, is he going to
beautiful
get behind
shot.
the 8?
Beautiful shot. What a great shot.
Oh, look
Wow,
at that. Nicely done.
very nice.
Bonus.
That would have been me when I first came over in 1995. Ooh. Surprised Sky missed that, 'cause that's quite a big target there.
Did tie up to 3 a little bit.
Yeah.
So at least he's got that going for him.
It's options really, isn't it, of which way you want to go. Go cross table, there's a nice big gap between, if you can get between the pink 4, orange 5, would be a nice place to be if he goes 2 rails. Or he could stun down. And all you've got to think here is what's the highest percentage for me to get from where I want to be, and that's where he's gone.
Yeah, he's going
Nice
down with
shot.
your first option. Yeah, he would have liked to have been off the rail.
I think he's got a slight angle where he could lift the butt of the cue up and stun it into the rail and out. So if he gets between the 8 and 9 ball, push it, stun run through into the rail, touch of right English. It's difficult to control if you do it that way because you're elevated and you have to have a A lot of control. He's going with a flat cue, so he's got something different here. Just opting for right English and a thinner cut. So the cue ball's going to travel down table now.
Yeah, he's just keeping it simple, accepting a little bit more of an angle on this 4.
Oh, let's put a lot of right hand English on it, killing the ball. That was a nice shot.
Very nice.
Yeah. Looks in good control of this rack. It's been nice travelling around the world with his big brother.
Yeah, like the Coe brothers come to mind.
Yes, that's true. Nobody's going to mess with Eklund either, because he's like, how tall is he?
So how many sibling pairs of great pool players are there? We have the Kacis, we have the Coe brothers, we have
The
the
K's.
we have the Oceans, Albin and Jasmine.
Yeah. Who else is there?
Kledio takes the lead, 4-3.
It's great that there are 3 Coe brothers from Taiwan playing. That's quite unusual, I would imagine, in a family where you get all of them playing
That is
to a very good standard too.
yeah,
like
all
the
3 of
champs.
them. I wouldn't want to play any of them. I mean, you know, not for money, for fun, sure.
Yeah.
All right, one in the side, another ball in the side.
Wow, look at this break. Can he get... Let's have another look at that break. Look at that. 7 ball. It's just got a little cluster here, isn't he, with the 3, 4, 6, 9. You can't quite dig under it, so... And then if he goes forward, it's an awkward shot, so he's looking at where to land to do something with the 3. That's about all he can get to, positional-wise.
Yeah, it's unfortunate you make 3 balls in the break and 4 of the remaining 6 are clumped together.
Yeah. Is he looking at... Is it a possible combo? I mean, is that too dangerous?
Ooh, I don't
maybe
know.
he was looking at bumping the 3 off a 6 and hiding behind the 4-9 before. If he got the cue ball slightly more to the left of where we're looking, he could have bumped the 3 into the 6. 3 would have gone forward, and then the cue ball could have hid behind the 4-9. Oh, he went all in. That was a beauty. What a lovely shot.
Nice.
Really nice. It's nice to negotiate the other ball too. He really got that out of trouble there. That's nicely played. So it looks like he's going to win his serve back.
Yeah, that's a nice break and run. Nice shot on that combo.
Yeah, good decision.
Skyler Woodward tying it up.
Very nice. Great match. I'm enjoying this match.
And that 3-ball could have easily tied up that 4-9, but was able to sneak it past. Nicely done. It's going to be Kledio's break. All right, nice.
Where's
One
that
ball.
9-ball going?
Where's the 9-ball going?
2-ball on the rail, so not what he wanted here. Look and see if the 3 goes. So does it look like he's going to play the bank? It's quite close to the rail, isn't it?
Yeah, is this bank on?
I don't know. It's tricky to tell from here.
Yeah, I'm not great at these bank shots. I can't tell if it's double kiss territory or not. I'm terrible at these, so don't ask me.
All right, we won't.
Okay, thank you. Ask Sky.
You're
He's not.
excused. Should we phone a friend?
Yeah, let's ask Sky. He's not. He's not at the table right now. Let's ask
Yeah,
him.
there you go. Yeah, text him. Nice shot. Beautiful.
So, as I said, obviously the 2 does go.
Yeah, it was easy peasy. It was a hanger, really. It's interesting earlier, though, where he could have played a bank and didn't. He played a good safety. So it's just how you're feeling at the time. That was pretty straightforward. And the fact that he could hold on to the 3 there and the way the table layout is. There's factors.
Right. Right. When these balls are hanging in the pocket, these can be a little tricky to judge sometimes, especially from a distance.
Agreed.
All right, wants a bounce.
That was nice. A lot of people would have been afraid of that scratch in the side pocket there. Where's it gonna go?
Oh, no.
Yeah, didn't want that one. Yeah. Anywhere but there on that one.
Yeah, went just a little bit long off that second rail.
Yeah, got to be disappointed with that. Thin hit safe. Could he get round if he hits thin off the right side as we're looking at it, the 6, and going 2 rails round? Can he get behind that 9-ball, I wonder?
That's what I was thinking. And I think that's what he's thinking.
I think so too.
I think we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Now watch him bank the 6 in. Wow, thin.
Wow.
Holy
He
cow.
caught that thinner than intended, I think. Well, do you think Sky's going to try that bank? Taps a table, an acknowledgement of a good shot.
I don't know. That 6 might be a little close to the rail. I don't know.
He's looking at the 8 actually as well there, the carom. I think that's what he was looking at. It's almost like a 2-way shot, possibly. Or is he looking at the 8 holding the 6? Yeah, he was trying that, I think.
Oh, 9-ball?
9-ball, 9-ball, 9-ball.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he was trying to catch it thin, the 6 onto the 8-ball there, which was a very tough shot to negotiate. Because you're curving that cue ball with lots of left spin. It's a big shot.
I think he was just taking a walk around the table while waiting for the player on the next table.
When he sets up, if you couldn't see his head and his feet, you'd think of Fedor Gorst. Great shot.
Nice.
The way he holds his hand and settles down into the shot and the chalking of the cue. There, 1-2. Looks like Fedor. Oh, did you see why he got up then? He heard a miscue in the background.
Yeah. It's one of the worst sounds to a pool player.
Yeah.
That or a cue stick hitting a hard floor.
Well, what he did was he got up and made sure he chalked his cue.
It's like, yeah, that reminds me. Maybe I should chalk.
Yeah. Nicely played, leading 5-4. That was from a good safety shot there with the bridge, which I expect him to be very good with the bridge if he's a snooker player too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Little update on the score. We've got Francisco Sanchez Ruiz 7-7 with Ralph Souquet. That's a great match. Jason Shaw is leading John Morra 8-7. Another great match.
Sky with the break.
It's 2-ball. 2-ball's bothering both of them at the moment.
Yeah, neither player having much luck. They're getting the 1-ball down, but the 2-ball's just not wanting to cooperate with either player.
You know, he's pointing at the table. It's such a dangerous, touchy shot when you're rolling a ball, to trust the equipment. And you know, these tables are brought in, put into an arena, and you've got to trust that they're going to run straight when you shoot across the table like that at a soft pace. And there's nothing more frustrating than if you roll the ball and you see it turn off. And I imagine that is exactly what happened there.
He drew back behind the 9. He did leave himself a shot on the 3, right? Yeah, I think he could see.
Yes, he
the 3.
did. Oh yeah. Yeah, he had to be careful not to double hit there too, so that's a delicate shot. Thing is, how thin is that hit, and can he get round the back of the 4 okay? You want to create a little bit of angle here to go 2 rails. Yeah, made that look easy. He had a good angle on that. The only thing is, unless you've got to make sure you get a good angle on that 7 ball, don't you? To get to the 8.
Yeah, he's taking care of business. It looks like he's in control now. So at the beginning of the match, I said that, both players play pretty quick, but I think I was mistaken. It seems like Kledio, I mean, is a bit more of a deliberate player than I at first thought.
Yeah, I think in his setup and everything, I think once he makes his decision, his speed is good.
Yeah.
Now this is where he's going to need a little bit of an angle, because obviously the 8 doesn't go by the 9, to just come forward and play the 8 in the side or the corner. You've got to pay attention to where you leave the cue ball here. That was nice.
Yeah, this looks perfect.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
Yeah, he has his choice now, side pocket or upper left corner.
Yes.
So Federer leads 7-4 over on the feature table.
Yeah, he's playing another great young player, Sanjin Pelivanovic. Crept in.
Yeah.
Take it.
I think I heard somebody in the crowd whistle when that ball went
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, he acknowledged it with his head, Kledio did there.
All right, Kledio with a 2-game lead, which I think that's his biggest lead so far this set. And the break.
This tournament has attracted players from all over the world, hasn't it?
It has. We have players from
looking at
Indonesia.
looking at all the nationalities.
Yeah.
Denmark, Netherlands, Vietnam, Canada, everywhere.
Let's not forget
Spain.
Albania.
Albania, of course. Germany. Incredible. The landscape of pool is changing.
Oh, 9-ball.
9 ball, the golden break. Oh no, the wrong time for Skyler Woodward there.
Yeah, is there ever a right time for your opponent to make a golden break?
No. Oh, it's the worst thing in the world, actually, as a player sitting there. I remember years ago, let's just take another look at what happened there with that 9 ball. Whoa, look at that. Got kicked in by the cue ball. Brutal. Yeah, I was playing in a final. I think I was playing Jeanette, and I think it was 5-5 or 6-5. And our tournament director racked the balls because we had him as the referee, and he did a really bad rack, and the 9 went straight in the pocket. his head went down. I remember Jeanette broke, just the 9 goes straight in, and I'm just staring him down. Oh,
He's over there trying to
awful.
avoid eye contact with you.
Yeah, doesn't want to look at me. I was mad.
Sorry, Allison.
It's not the way you want to go out of a tournament, that's for sure.
Oof.
But this instance is different because that was kicked in by the cue ball. Wasn't a bad rack.
Right, yeah, the 9 didn't move until the cue ball hit it.
Right. Do you remember the $1 million tournament where Earl won the $1 million by running, was it 9 or 10 racks in a row?
I think the prize I think was 10 racks, and I think Earl actually did 11, just from what I remember.
That's correct. And there was a lot of, talk about it because he didn't have the latter part of it. Halfway through, you were supposed to have a referee, weren't you? And I don't think there was a referee, so it went to court and everything. But nevertheless, the point being, running 10 racks now would be so difficult with these conditions that they play.
Right.
Because back in that particular match, you racked your own, and you can manipulate. I think a lot of the 9 balls went straight in, a couple of combos. But I'm just thinking of the game now. That wouldn't happen.
Also, I think the insurance company was complaining that no, there weren't full racks. You made some short racks. Some combinations on the 9. That doesn't count.
Well, the funny thing is, it was the first match in that tournament. I think first round.
That's a good introduction to the tournament. First round, come in, run 10 or 11 racks, whatever it was. I don't remember exactly.
He did run 11, I think, total.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that's what my memory was, but my memory could be fuzzy at times.
Back in the 1900s. That's what my kids say to me.
Your kids must really love you.
We do have a good laugh, that's for sure.
Only someone that loves you would rub it in that much.
Yeah, they don't get it. Those were the good days. That's a beauty, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah,
Slow down cue ball.
Navigated that nicely.
Yeah, it's lovely to play those shots. Oh, wow. I thought he was just going to make it, float the ball in. You didn't really have to go back and forth. It just shows you with the diamond tables and the conditions. Sometimes you can hit that rail and it's not going to drop. You know it's going to bobble on the corner there. And we see a lot of that with these tables. You can't take anything for granted. You've always got to try and hit the heart of the pocket.
Yeah, even 800 plus Fargo 8 players can miss a relatively easy shot. Oh, speaking of which, wow.
There we go. Yeah. One thing I will say about Fedor Gorst is if you study how he goes around the table, he looks from all angles. He really looks down the point of contact of the object ball, and he's really looking at the point of the pocket that he wants to shoot it in. He's very, very precise with that, probably more than anyone I've seen. Which is par for the course. He's the most successful player at the moment, I'd say.
Yeah, super consistent in his setup for every shot.
Yeah.
Super consistent in his stroke. It's just always the same.
Yeah. Yeah, the timing and the setup.
So, yeah, we hardly saw any misses this set, and then we see two relatively easy misses back to back.
Yeah, it's interesting that, isn't it? You get to the table and you think, oh, I've got a chance, and then that happens. It's very deflating when that happens. There we see Kledio Kaci taking that rack, leading 8-4.
So, if you guys are enjoying the stream, be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe, because we have plenty more action from the 2025 Super Billiards Expo coming your way. Lots of great matches coming. You don't want to miss them. He'd love to have a repeat of his last break. Skyler
Golden break.
Skyler wouldn't love it so much.
No, I don't think so. Understandably.
Oh, 9-ball? 9-ball?
No, no way.
Wow,
oh,
two in a row.
I can't believe that.
Same way, same pocket.
What are the odds of that?
I reckon 100%.
Wow. Take another look. Look at that.
Got a nice little...
See it? Yeah.
Got a little kick
roll
by the cue ball.
And the two, I think, nudged it a little bit. That's unbelievable. This is the winner's side, so the loser
Yes.
would still be in, correct?
Yes, this is a side match.
Okay. We're not down to single elimination yet.
Not yet. The winner of this match moves into single elimination. The loser of this match goes over to the B side, and then we'll have to win another match before... Actually, I think they have to win another 2 matches until they get into the single elimination portion.
So we get the 8 on the winner's side and the 8 on the loser's side going to
Yes.
single elimination.
Correct.
Well, I think he's going to run this rack out, and then it's a case of seeing if Kledio makes any more mistakes, because he's just got a substantial lead here, hasn't he?
Did you really just say, I think he's going to run these out? Are you trying to put the jinx on him?
Oh, he's going to run these out. I don't doubt it at all.
You're not a believer in the commentator's curse, huh?
Well, not in this case. This is Sky Woodward.
Ooh, you're trying hard, aren't you?
No, Sky, he won't miss. Well, after that, you know, he's got to be sort of, I'm just going to run these out now. I've got nothing to lose, right? And
Yeah,
I really
exactly
want to
right.
see if Kledio can make the third golden break.
Go for the three-peat.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Nice shot. Nicely judged. Nice shot.
Nice.
He made that look easy, didn't he?
Just ho-hum, just running through the balls, just practicing, just shooting balls in. Yeah, Kledio hit that break same way twice. Cue ball came off the that same side, the side rail, knocked the cube, knocked the 9-ball, one rail cross side both times. So,
What do you think? Is it going to happen again? Let's buy a lottery ticket if it does.
well, I don't think he's going to make the 9 again, but I do think he's going to get the 9 moving again with the cue ball, just like the last 2 times. Nope.
Oh, that was disappointing, wasn't it?
Very anticlimactic after the two in a
Yeah.
row.
Yeah. Looking at where to push out, I think he hasn't got a shot on the 2, can't see it, so walking around the table and making a decision. They haven't really had to do much about this match, have they? I don't think they pushed out at all.
Well,
Oh, he's pushing into a jump. He's letting us know what he's doing there, look.
Very interesting.
I was in the semi-final of the World 10-Ball Championship a couple of years ago playing Cesca Centino. And it was heel, and I had the same shot. Well, the one ball was near the side pocket. And instead of pushing closer like that, I went for the jump and sold out, and then she ran out. Heartbreaker, because that's heel. It's just jogged a traumatic memory for me. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Was looking at that. That was always on. But you just got to weigh up the odds, haven't you? If you're the opponent coming back in, shall I take it or not? Good shot.
Question is, does the 3 go? And if so, can he avoid the 5 to get a shot on the 4?
Yeah, I could see his left arm moving then when he was down on the shot, like he wasn't committed yet. Yeah, it's a wise choice. I think he can come in behind this and kick and stick the cue ball where the 3 is. Oh, did not want that. He got in too deeply behind the ball there, nearly scratched.
Well, he's left the cue ball near the rail. A lot of distance to this 3 ball.
Yeah.
Not easy. But on the plus side, he doesn't have to do much with the cue ball to get to the 4 ball, so it looks like it's going to be probably fairly natural position to the 4, so that does let him concentrate more on making the 3.
Agreed.
Yeah, all he had to do was just roll that ball, and position was automatic, so you can
Yeah.
put all your focus on making the 3, and he did just that. Center of the pocket. Beautiful shot. Wow, these 4 balls for the match.
Yeah, I mean, this match has really been determined by that break, I would say.
2 nines on the break sure doesn't hurt things any.
Right, he did gain control, but then those just really.
I mean, I'm not
salt in the wound.
I'm not trying to say that that's why he's winning. It's, you know, he's played a great set. I'm just saying that that didn't help.
No, it's been good play. And there we have it. Kledio Kaci goes through to the single elimination, and Skyler Woodward still in, going to battle back in the next round.
Yeah, this has been a great match. Thank you, Allison, for sitting in. And we're going to have another match coming up for you. I think our next scheduled match is 6 o'clock, which is just a few minutes away. So, guys, got to go take a quick break and hurry back. So, we'll see you guys.